Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SoundCloud Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by the Mythical think tank of the future. The Sweet Song is by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, now on Amazon. Also, High Music. Check out the latest at hightimemusic.com. We're here with a terrific gentleman who's a legendary singer and original founding members of a wonderful group that's best known for a song that's in its 65th anniversary and also featured in a couple of films and also inducted into a Hall of Fame. We'll talk about that. And they began the group as the Overruns, transforming into this group we're going to discuss back in '58 for Laurie Records. Also backed up numerous acts, including Judy Allen, Scott Gamble, and also Rusty Lane, Connie Francis, and also appeared in Dick Clark's American Bandstand and more as well too. Live, ladies and gentlemen, plus dues and beautiful outside downtown Tampa, Florida, and thank God everybody is safe in that territory from Hurricane Milton. The multi-talented legendary singer and original founding members of the Mystics, best known for their big hit Hushabye, 65 years old and still going strong, the multi-talented George Galfo of the Mystics. George, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike, it's an honor to be in the Mike Wagner Show. You guys do great. I'm glad that you keep the music alive for us. We do the best we can. I keep going out there as long as I can. I'm getting the crowds. They love it. We give them a lot of memories. All the songs that we do always have memories to them on the era that we had our hit. So it's fun. I'm having more fun today than I did in the past.
And I can tell you're having fun as well too. So you're a legendary singer and original founding member of the Mystics. You've been at the helm for over 22 years and inducted in the Doo-Wop Hall of Fame in 2015. And also nominated in the Brooklyn Hall of Fame Legends and Legacies. You began as the Overtons, transforming in the Mystics in '58. You guys backed up numerous artists like Judy Allen, Rusty Lane, Don Prez, and Connie Francis. And you also have been featured on Stand By Me, Mr. Rock and Roll, the Alan Freed story. And you appeared in Dick Clark's American Bandstand numerous times. And of course, you began a career as well, too, with that same group. And before getting on that, George, tell us how you first got started.
I'm sorry, say again?
I said, tell us how you first got started. Way back, Machine Sherman, way back.
Go way back.
Way back.
Well, you want me to go back to 1959?
Sure, way back. Or further than that, it's up to you. It's like up the way back machine, have at it.
All right, 1955, 56, where we used to hang out and just sing on the corners. And actually, that's how we learned how to sing. We were mimicking all the stars that were on the radio at the time. We had no cell phones naturally, so everything we did was a cappella.
They took pictures though. Flash bulbs, Kodak, and all that. Yeah.
Well, I wish we had the cell phones then. We had a lot more pictures of the past. But the groups that we admired, the Vito, and there's so many of them. The Crest, the Flamingos, I have so many people that we admired and just mimicked their songs at the time. The Skyliners, Little Star was one of our favorites when that came out in '58. So we definitely liked that. And lo and behold, I met all the people during the way in all the shows we did. And it was so nice to meet everybody that I admired before we actually had a hit song. It was fun, and it still is today when I do multiple act shows. But unfortunately, I don't like to go out of town anymore because of the airlines are crazy. I mean, it takes one day traveling to the show, one day just to do the show, and then the next day traveling back. 3 days to do, when it's multiple acts, you only have 20 minutes, 30 minutes the most to do a show. And you make the best of it. But it's a burden today. It's stressful to take these airline flights, not knowing if you're going to make it there or not. They postpone them, they cancel them, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, it just made me think about with the state of things going on and travel, entertainment, and everything else. And of course, you've got your own niche, you got your studio fans out there. And of course, when you got in 55, and what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career? Besides being out in the street, singing and everything else, what was that one moment that simply said, this is what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, well, like I said, that's how we learned how to sing, just doing it, mimicking everybody. But the years and the era of our singing, it was so the music was great. It was clean. It was enjoyable, and everybody understood it. And they still do today. The people that like rock and roll, well, they call it doo-wop, but it's rock and roll, and that's what we do. And the tours we did. I remember the tour we did for Alan Freed. It was a New England tour up north, and that was a lot of fun. And Frankie Ford was on that one, and he's a blast. He always was, always is, and God bless him where he is today. I lost a lot of good friends in the business. It's heartbreaking. We got up one night. We're traveling through cities and through states, and we wake up and I see the bus driver is sleeping. And I'm looking
Oh.
over, and who's driving? Frankie Ford is driving the bus. I
he
mean, that,
he says,
that was
heck, we're going on a sea cruise on the bus.
yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic. We had such great moments. When I did the Alan Freed show, the Brooklyn Fox, we did it for 10 days. And one of the things I remember all the time is just before we had to go on, who do you think we're following? They're tearing up the audience. They're dancing all over the place. It's the Isley Brothers with Shout.
How do you
So
like that?
you imagine, and we're standing backstage and say, are you kidding? We're going to follow this act? This is 1959. We were still newcomers. We were very humbled just to be there. And it was shaky in our boots. We were really shaking, but being that Hushabye was such a great song at the time. And as soon as we came out, when they finished and we started singing Hushabye, they accepted it, even though it calmed down the whole house. It was a joyful thing, but it shook us up. Every time we had to do that for 10 days, it really shook us up. It was a fantastic show. There was a lot of stars on it, a lot of great stars.
Oh my gosh. And plus you also had some more as well, too. And we'll get to a little more in just a minute with George Galfo of the Mystics. But first, you listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios. Visit online at SoundCloudStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SoundCloud Studios is the answer. SoundCloud Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has got great reviews. And Eve 11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Jordan Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illumnifical, think tank of the future, bringing scientists and engineers together from all over the world, creating a method to construct a renewable generator. This unique product operates on a closed loop system, generating more energy internally than it needs to function. The electricity can be used to run everything: homes, phones, power grids, laptops, and more. This power source is renewable, highly scalable, and most importantly, self-regenerating. Visit facebook.com/Illumnifical. That's ELLUMIPTICAL today. Also, Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 exquisite paintings and the King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote and his time as a shepherd where it started, plus his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's the love of hope, story, love, betrayal, repentance, and more. Check it out. Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Hi-Tan Music featuring smash hit Baby Come Back. New music coming soon. Check it out. HiTanMusic.com. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com on 40 podcast platforms. Heard 100 countries. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to our platforms on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and more. And make sure you donate and support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also, take us with you on any mobile device. If you like great gifts, we got them for you. Amazon.com, the Mike Wagner Show podcast, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, makes great gifts 24/7, 365 for your loved ones. Go to Amazon.com, check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And if you're interested, you can email me to the Mike Wagner Show at gmail.com. And if you're interested, you can also leave in the comment section. We'll be glad to answer. Also, check out the merchandise on Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia for great books like Missing, Once, Wrinkles, and merchandise as well. Also coming, Missing 2, featuring double the fun and double the suspense. Double the fun, it's me, Molson Zia, on Amazon. We're here with the amazing, multi-talented, legendary singer, originating founder of the Mystics, George Galfo, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And we did talk about Hushabye being the 65th anniversary and before the Warrior songs. And, tell us a bit more about that song. And what were some of the highlights that got you to write the song? Where were you at the time and writing it down? And where were you guys at the time when you first wrote Hushabye?
Well, actually, we recorded it in April or May, and it came out during the summer of '59. And while we was driving and we heard it on the radio, and we couldn't believe that we were hearing our song on the radio. It was such a rush. We couldn't get over it. This is a history there's a long history with the Mystics. And back in 1959, before we cut Hushabye, the first song we did with them was Adam and Eve. And they were going to put it on a 45. That was the one side. So they were looking for another side for us to sing. And they brought up Doc Thomas and Mort Schumann to hear our sound. And they were very good writers, and they were doing well at the time. And they said, we got a perfect song for you guys. And they brought it up, and we started to rehearse it. And immediately, we loved the song. And so did Laurie Records. They did. They knew this thing was going to be a big hit. And lo and behold, there was Dion on our label, Dion and the Belmonts. They already had 2 hits on the charts. We were first, low on the totem pole at the time. And they knew this thing was going to make some money. And they figured they might give it to somebody that's more well-known than we were, So they asked us nicely if we would voluntarily give the song up. We weren't very unhappy about it, but I don't think we had a choice. Like I said, we were humble, just lucky to be there. And the song was Teenager in Love. That song was written
that classic. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that was really written for us. And Dion and the Balance did a terrific job on it. It did make a big hit. So we were waiting for another song to come by, and they came back a few days later, and they said, we got another song for you. I said, well, don't tell Dion. I said, we'd like to do this one. And it was Hushabye. And we were lucky. The first record out, it became a big hit. It's known all over the world. We did shows in Europe and Italy, and they can't hardly talk. They talk broken English, but they sang the songs. They know the words perfectly. It was amazing. It's a culture shock when we went there. They dress up like they're back in the 40s and 50s with the old cars, the old dress with the hairdos. It was an amazing experience for us. And no matter where we go, everybody sings Hushabye. They know the words. So that's part of it. And we had a lot of other songs. We had 16 cuts we did for Laurie Records. I was on all of them. Don't Take the Stars of the second release. And that made some noise. And it did look, there was Star-Crossed Lovers, Over the Rainbow, a lot of them that we did. Goodbye, Mr. Blues. They shelved a few of them because there was an incident way back in 1960, and it bothered the record company, of course, and they shelved a lot of stuff, which was released later on in the years. And people are aware of them now. They hear it, they love them, they ask for them all the time, and we do them in the show. I do them today. I do all the songs.
That is interesting. And of course, White Cliffs of Dover, and also Now That Summer Is Here. And you think about
Right.
it, that yes, yes. And I think you got the ones that are covered as well, too. So
You're freezing up a little bit.
oh,
You're breaking
okay,
up.
yeah. It's a magic of technology when it comes to Zoom. We're not affected by hurricanes or anything like that. And we did talk about those too. And if there's other music that we missed, you can talk about as well.
As far as what we cut,
Correct. Yes.
the songs that we did, well, I can't remember all of them actually. I'm lucky I remember my name sometimes.
Or how many cups of coffee I
But Phil had to leave the group for a while, and he was the lead on Hushabye, and we had fill-ins that were hanging around our manager's office at the time. They were all looking to be found and get lucky, as we did. And one was Paul Simon, before he became big star, and he did three cuts with us.
Nice.
Then was Jay Trainer, who was the original Jay and Americans. He did three cuts with us, and a couple of other people that filled in at the time, Ralph Lozano, and that's he wrote one of the songs that Laurie did. Actually, we had a lot of songs that we wrote before we even went up to Laurie Records, and they never seemed to want to do our material, and that kind of annoyed us because we like to sing original stuff. But they heard our demos, and that's how they hired us. They liked what they heard, and they came out later on with the demos. People playing them too, the songs that we wrote. We had a good experience in the field. And I'm still doing it today. I got shows that I do all over Florida. I love to stay in Florida and do the shows. We do a lot of them. And if the people are interested in the website, it's www.theoriginalmystics.com. And if they go onto my Facebook page, it's the Mystics featuring George Galfo. The fans can join as members and post some of their favorite recipes, because I love to cook. I do a lot of cooking.
Really? How do you like
Absolutely.
that? You love to cook. I do the same thing. I love the grill and barbecue. That's my favorite. So what's your favorite dish to cook?
Well, I make lasagna. I do artichokes, stuffed artichokes, eggplant. I make a lot of pizza, all different ways. I make white pizzas, margherita pizzas. I just love doing it and accomplish something that tastes well. So, I got to watch the weight.
Watch
like
the
those fattening
weight. You're
foods.
born to
But
eat.
if they
Why does
want to,
everybody have to watch the weight? It's like, yeah. The thing is, why is everybody worried about the weight? It's like, God gave you food to eat. God gave you plenty. It's like, there's plenty of food. Why worry about it? Just get out there and enjoy it. Tell people that.
Well, it's the appearance. I'm in the public eye. I like to look slim as possible when I'm on stage. It's the appearance that matters. So, I worry about that a little bit. But I go to the gym a couple of days a week, and I keep active. I'm going to be 85 in a couple of months, and it's just a number to me. I still feel like I'm in the 30s, 40s. Sometimes I forget, and I can't do the things I used to do. But I get along pretty well.
Oh, good deal. I can manage you having a pizza and singing Hushabye at the same time. Have a little lasagna too. So try that combination. Hushabye and a pizza. I think that'd be great, like a video or something.
Yeah, Mike, it's fun. I enjoy that as well as singing. But singing, I guess the music keeps me young, and I just enjoy it immensely. But I don't know how much longer we're going to go on. Our crowds are dissipating a little bit. They're all the ones that we had in my era, the age group. there's a lot of them that can't make the shows anymore. And a lot of them aren't around anymore. But thank goodness their children, the baby boomers' children, come and see our shows because their parents played our music, so they love it. And we have a lot of that happening too as well. And we're very fortunate that we can continue that way.
And plus, you had some recognition as well too. You also backed up for some singers as well too. Of course, you had Connie Francis. Of course, you had Judy Ellen, and you had Rusty Lane and more as well too. So when I saw Connie Francis, I thought that was impressive.
Yeah, we backed up Connie Francis in one of the releases. Tommy, but I don't know if that went anywhere at the time. She had a lot of big hits. She was a wonderful person. She had horrible things happen to her at the time, but thank God she managed to get through it. Like everybody else, life goes on, and you make the best of it, and that's what we're trying to do today. How are you doing? I mean, I know you keep busy with the show.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. It's just like if it wasn't a great guest for you, I would be out of a business. And of course, people ask me earlier as well too when I told them it's on 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. How do you remember that? I say this: if I don't know it by now, I'd be out of a job. That's my hot seat right there. So I tell people that it's like reason why I say this stuff. It's like if I don't know it by now, I'd be out of a job. Or I'd be drinking a lot of coffee here to keep me going.
Well, I said about the history. If the people want to really know the history, the book that was written for the Mystics by Alcantara, okay, it's the Mystics, the music. It's labeled Hushabye, the Mystics, the music, and the mob. And actually, it tells a lot of things and details and what we went through in the business and how we survived it. And it's old history, and we're glad we're still around.
Yeah, and I think I remember you said something about that incident back in '60 that was involved with the mob, and I think that was also tied in with Lori Roulette, and I think there was also a few others as well. That was a dark period.
Yeah, there was a lot of great DJs at the time. Murray Kaufman, Bruce Morrow. We used to go sit at the radio stations in the middle of the night. A lot of them were on at night, and we go up there and sing a cappella and have so much fun with them. It was great to know the people at the time, and listen. The more you can get out there and exposure, the better it is.
Right, exactly. And plus, don't forget Dick Clark being an American Bandstand. You buy a number of times, and some people were lucky just to be on once.
Yeah, you're right. And it was great to know Dick at the time. On his show, it made you actually when the people hear the songs that you're doing and the new releases coming out. It's a big difference. And if the DJs play your records, they're not going to go anywhere. They play them enough, and they become hits. People they enjoy listening to them, and that's how the market is. And it's so well at the time. Today, our music is not there as far as people going out and buying our stuff, but a different type of music today, and it's a cycle. Things go around and they come back. I know a lot of groups in Europe that mimic us. They do well. They're young kids and they got great sounds, and they did what we did in 1959.
How do you like that? And of course, one of them was on the soundtrack of Stand By Me, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, right, exactly. And on they played our song on one of their episodes. I can't remember the name. It's one of the great series at the time, and we got a lot of good things said about that at the time, and they paid us well for it. In fact, that was the best part of it. We didn't make money at the time because everything that Lori did for us, they took out of our cut for the records that were sold, and today it's different. You get a hit overnight, you're a millionaire. But years ago it was different. But we don't do it for the money today. I do it just for the joy of doing it and the joy I bring to the public.
And certainly as well too. And where can you get all the information about George Galfo of the Mystics, the book, the music, including Hushabye and more? We'll find out just 1 minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Molson Zia Missing, also Elim Mythical, Think Tank of the Future. The Sweet Song is by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David on Amazon, and High 10 Music. Check out the latest at high10music.com. We'll be back with the multi-talented, legendary George Galfo of the Mystics after this timeout. We're back with the legendary and founder of the Mystics, George Galfo, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And once again, I was going to ask you as well, too, where can we find all your music? Where can we find you playing coming up? And also, how about the book? Maybe a bit more about the book, and where can we find your book as well?
Yeah, like I said, it's Hushabye, the Mystics, the music, and the mob. It's on Amazon. They can go and order it. It's doing pretty well, in fact, and it has all the knowledge and stuff. We couldn't put everything in there actually, because it would have been a little too dramatic. But we did a lot of things, and it explains it all for the people that don't know the history. It's there. It's all in there.
And certainly as well too. And what's your website? Where they can find all your stuff at, George?
Okay, it's the originalmystics.com. You can go there and see where we are, where we're going to be, and like I said, if I have to travel, I will travel. It's not so convenient today for us. So I like to do all the shows in Florida, which I'm doing. I keep pretty busy in Florida. There's a lot of private developments down here. You know, a lot of people that came from up north that know the music and know us, and I get some real good crowds, and I'm happy about that.
And certainly are as well too. And we're all looking forward to coming back down to Florida as well too. We encourage everybody to check out George Galfo of the Mystics, doo-wop, and the history of it more. And of course, George, just a couple things. We'd love to have you back on. And what else can we expect in 2024 and going into 2025 besides what we talked about?
Yeah, well, the couple of shows that we had to postpone, they're putting them in 25. I even got some going in 2026 that we're going to be doing. So as long as I keep getting the contracts, I'll keep singing. As long as it takes me to do it, I'll keep it up. Like I said, I do it for the fans, I do it for the public, and I just enjoy bringing back memories of the old days we had. It was great timing.
And especially being the Hall of Fame as well too. And that was a big honor for you.
Well, that happened in California. Actually, it was the music. You know, it was an honor to get the award on stage at the time in Cerritos, and I think it was Cerritos, and that's where we did the show. And it was a great thing. You know, like I say, I enjoyed the life I had in the music. I still enjoy it today, and I'll keep enjoying it in the future.
And you're certainly doing a great job as well, George, just keeping the magic alive. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
My biggest fan?
Your biggest influence in your career?
Oh, biggest influence. Well, I said it was the people we used to listen to and people I met and made friends with. Johnny Maestro, Vita Pacone, Terry Johnson from Flamingos. In fact, I'm coming out to Vegas next month. I'm going to meet up with Terry Johnson. We're going to have a good time together for a few days. I got my uncle out there who is one of the original Mystics, my uncle Albie. He moved to Vegas, and I'm going to go take a trip and see him. I'm going to start enjoying some of my own time today. I'm going to pick and choose what I want to do. And I'm going on a 10-day cruise for my 85th birthday, which, you know, I haven't done a lot of things in the past because I stayed with the music. We were always busy. Never had time for myself. I'm sure you know the business, how it is like that way for a lot of people.
Oh,
But
yeah, we
now
all know too well, I'll tell you.
so now I'm going to enjoy some of the life that I missed in the past, and I'll make up for it. But I'll still do the shows anyway.
And certainly indeed as well. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
The best advice,
To anybody at this point.
as far as the music goes and singing,
Anything in general.
whatever they enjoy doing, do it. Don't pass it up. You'll always regret not doing it. I recommend anything you'd like to do in the future, just don't put it aside. Make time for yourself and get it done.
And that is very important. That's something to really keep in mind. We're with the amazing multi-talented George Galfo of the Mystics with the 65th anniversary of Hushabye. Also the book, the Mystics, the music, and the mob as well here on the Mike Wagner Show. George, a very big thank you for time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We love having you back. Once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase? Check out your music, check out your books, and everything else.
Okay, it's www.theoriginalmystics.com, and my Facebook pages. I have about 15,000 fans on there. But if they want to join up, they can. And like I said, if they want to give me some of their favorite recipes, I'll try them. And, and Mike, it's been a great pleasure to be on your show. And I hope you continue and keep our music alive and other music that you enjoy also. I'm sure you have a lot of fans listening to you, enjoy you. You do talk faster than the people I know in New York, but
well, that's my job. I'm here to keep you on your toes. That's the thing.
Mike, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And you as well. Just keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love having you back. Wish all best. And George, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thanks so very much. Pleasure to be here with you. Hopefully we'll do it again.